Hello? I'm Preston Foster. Coming your way with another episode of Waterfront.
Dispatcher, come in, Herb.
Say, where you been, Captain John? Out rowing?
You've got a logbook, shows every inch I've traveled. And towing 2 rock barges doesn't make for any speed records.
Okay, no hard feelings. You gonna dock now?
Yep. Oh, I gotta hang up. I smell something wonderful.
Yeah, I know. Codfish cakes. Smells good.
Wind must be blowing your way. Talk to you later, Herb.
Here's your fish, Captain John.
Thank you, Billy. That's the best yet. How come you don't like fish, Billy?
Well, let's say I like pork chops better.
Okay, you better get out there on the bow. We're coming in.
Yes. All right. Hey, I have spade, as if I didn't know we were docking. That's 90 cents. As if I didn't know without a bell ringing. I should be living in a blooming alarm clock.
I'm going over to Zach Morgan. See you later.
Okay, Skipper. Hello, John. Been waiting for you.
Zach, I'm sorry to be late, but when you're towing a couple of rock barges, you don't break any speed laws.
That's true. But maybe you're good with that, baby. What do you think of her, John?
That's the prettiest tug I ever saw. That's a real beauty.
I didn't say anything before, but she's going to be our new flagship.
Any outfit could sure be proud of her. Look at the sheer of that bow.
And that fantail, broad as a whale's back.
Steel hull, huh?
Oh, absolutely. No rivets. All welded. Had a letter a couple of days ago from the Asiatic Steamship Company.
Look at the size of that wheelhouse. Is the letter important?
It's got a man-side skip on her, too. The letter. Well, beginning this week, they're bringing 3 passenger freighters into this port a month.
Is that so? Hey, I like that high freeboard.
Yeah, it makes for a dry ship. There's a contract open to berth and handle these freighters, and I made a bid on it. Salt air is bad for my asthma. My bid was equaled by the Donahue outfit, so the steamship company is going to settle it the sporting way.
A race?
Right. Now, this has 3 cabins, a galley, and a storeroom in there.
What are you going to call her, the Queen Mary?
No, sirree. The Cheryl Ann II.
Cheryl Ann II?
It's maybe a long ways off, but it's been a dream of mine for years.
Well, batten down my hatch.
And you will be her skipper, if...
If what?
You win the race. The Southern Moon is due off the breakwater on Friday. There'll be 2 tugs go for her. One will be Donahue's, the other will be us. The one who gets there first wins his company a year's contract with options for 5 years. Who's going to win?
Well, if you'd ask my crew, they'd say we'd already won. I'll see you right after we dock the Southern Moon. Why, gotta go by the Chandler shop.
By the way, John, have you any idea who'll be racing against you for Donahue?
Well, I imagine it'll be Dan Court. He's their best man.
Well, that's mighty high praise coming from you. I thought you 2 didn't like each other.
Takes a lot of water to make a sea and a lot of men to sail it. Be seeing you, Zach. Yeah? You hear that? What do you think I'm doing up here?
You're playing the bells, Captain. You want half speed, so you get half speed.
Dan Cord calling Donahue Towing.
I got you, Cord. What's your position?
I'm just off the oil docks. Where do I berth?
Berth 82 next to the Wellington outfit. See you later.
Sure. Well. Won't Captain Herrick be surprised when he sees his new berth mate? Well, like I said, it's blowing a full gale. And the barometer's so low, you gotta get down on your hands and knees to read. I'm towing 2 rafts of logs down the Columbia. Well, sir, these 2 rafts of logs are big enough to build racetracks on, and I gotta get them over the bar at the mouth of the inlet. Speaking of bars, how's about filling it up?
You keep on banging that bar cord, and there won't be any glasses left. Except on the floor.
Well, to get back to the inlet bar. The waves are 30 feet high, and the chop in the channel is sawtooth. And the wind is blowing the paint off the stack.
Yeah, well, I remember the time when Captain John got us through a 90-mile gale off Point Magoo.
Captain John? You mean John Herrick?
The same.
He was lucky to get ashore. He knows all about...
No. I heard him.
What did he say?
He said the days of sailing ships were over, but that you were one windjammer that's left.
Where is he?
I saw him up the street a while back.
Was a good ship, Lollapaloo. Well, what do you have to do to get waited on in here?
Well, hello, John.
Hi, Tom.
How's the towboat business?
It's tugging along. That's a joke.
Oh, shut up, Lily Mae. What's on your mind, Cap?
Some 1-inch line. You got any?
I got the finest that ever come out of Manila. Let me show you a sample of it here. Here's, now there. That's the finest line you ever put a twist in, or your name ain't Harry.
Well. I thought I smelled codfish cakes. The aroma's mutual. I heard you were around. I'm not only around, Eric, I'm in. Last time I heard about you being in any place was the Seattle jail.
Jailbird!
Shut up. You got your information wrong. It was Portland, and I wasn't there long enough to get acquainted. It's not the way I heard it. I got a little news for you, Eric. That's a big harbor out there, ain't it? It's big enough. Johnny, you and me don't think so. That's why he hurried me home. Listen, Cord, you haven't changed a bit since we used to run up and down the Sacramento River. You were hot-headed then, you haven't cooled off. There's plenty of water out there. Now, just don't crowd me and I won't cross your bow. Look, Eric, one of these days... How's your kid? The submarine service in Pearl Harbor. How are yours? Fine, thanks. Tom, I'll take 200 feet of this line.
Okay, John. That's just about as much as I got left. I'll put it aboard this afternoon.
Oh, no, you won't. I come here for that line. You remember I phoned you an hour ago.
No, I don't recollect that cord. So Captain John will get it.
That's what he thinks. You think you're going to get that line if I want it? I think so. How's your right hand? I think it's still pretty good. Let's see you prove it. Why don't you grow up? Go on, try it. Does that prove it? Not to me. sorry, Tom.
He deserved it.
I don't know.
You don't know. He's nothing but a lowdown.
Now, lay off. I can say that, but not you. He's been a friend of mine for years.
Well, you can have him. I don't want him. Where is he? He's gone. I used to like that Captain John, but I don't want anything to do with him because he's nothing but a lowdown.
Know that! You say anything about him and I'll tie you into a granny knot.
Aren't you getting hungry, dear? Hello?
Mrs. Harrick, this is Billy. Can I speak to Captain John?
Of course, he's right here. Just a minute. John,
Yes, dear.
it's Billy on the phone.
Yeah, Billy.
Captain John, me and Sid's got problems.
Well, that's not news. What is it this time?
Me and Sid are out of beefsteaks.
Well, go buy some.
We're also out of money.
That's not news either. Okay, come on over to the house and we'll fix you up.
What did Billy want on the phone, dear?
Beefsteak and money.
Well, as for the beefsteak, you can get it right here. We're having it for dinner. It'll be ready as soon as I put it on.
Don't bother about me. I'm not hungry.
Not hungry? After being out all day in the harbor?
Oh, darling.
John, you talk funny. And your face looks swollen. What's wrong with you?
It's a toothache.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'll call Dr. Stern and tell him it's an emergency.
No, the only thing that'll do this kind of ache any good is liniment.
Are you sure that's a toothache?
Well, sure, I'm sure. What do you think? I'm not sure. It started about 5 miles off of Portuguese Cove.
I'll get it, dear. Come in.
Good evening, Miss Harrick.
Greetings, madam.
I see something happened. Did it by any chance occur just off Portuguese Cove?
No, ma'am. It happened at the Lobster Claw Saloon.
I think I'll listen to the rest of this story.
Say, did you,
After your disagreement at the chandler's shop, I had a conversation with a certain cook. He out-talked me.
I was also set upon by an ignorant citizen named Leo Smith, a character who claims Scotch parentage and a knowledge of marine engines. But if the Isabel wants to hire him as a...
Isabel! Dan Cord's back, and you've been fighting with him.
Well, I did bump into Cord in more ways than one.
Oh, darling, I thought all this nonsense between you and Cord was through. But I guess I was wrong. You know I don't like fighting.
Yes, dear.
Did you give Cord a toothache, too?
I imagine he'll be eating soup tonight. Oh, honey. Zach Morgan had me in the office today. Tells me the Asiatic Company is bringing in a ship named the Southern Moon Friday.
We were ahead of you, Captain.
That's right. We've already bet all our money we'll win that race with the Isabel.
The scuttlebutt gets around this harbor faster than the wind. But I want one thing understood. This race is going to be on the square, and I don't want any more fighting.
I heard you, darling. Thank you. But the first one of you that breaks that rule is going to get into real trouble with me.
Oh, I'll get it. Hello? Never mind the big hello. I'm calling you about a tooth of mine. You broke it and you're going to pay for it. Okay, Cord. Send me the bill. I got a better idea. What are you doing at 10 o'clock tomorrow? Why? That's the time I got an appointment with a dentist. You better come along. I only need one tooth, but you're going to need two. Oh, so you're going to break my teeth, huh? Well, you listen to me, Cord. Cord!
Well, you might as well all eat while you can.
The Isabel. That you, Billy? Must be the seagulls. What's your hurry, Captain? Where were you at 10 o'clock?
Sorry I couldn't oblige you. I had some early morning business.
Sure, I know. The early bird catches the worm.
Not the worm, the southern moon.
Yeah, and she's 12 miles off the breakwater right now.
I know.
$50 says I make fast to her first.
You got a bet. We both start the same time?
I got 1105 hours.
Check. We shove off just 20.
Right.
Morning, Billy.
Good morning, Captain John.
Well, you're working without being told to?
Captain John, this little pilot's job is nothing. Just cast your eyes over this mighty ship. I've swabbed the deck. I've mopped the wheelhouse. Everything is spick and span.
You got it looking more like a yacht than a tugboat.
Hey, Billy.
You putting up some signals?
Yep, the whole waterfront will be waiting. It'll be the biggest day since Mac Benson gave away free beers.
Well, I hope so. Just be on the ball when we start for the southern moon.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Gerald the dispatcher. Come in, Herb.
Come in, Captain John.
What's the latest on the southern moon?
8 miles off the breakwater. I just checked with the Donahue outfit, and the Isabel shoves off in 10 minutes.
So do I. Thank you, Herb. Sid. Sid.
Hey!
Come on, get that engine started.
I ain't down here for my health. It won't start. Get those engines started, you blockhead!
What do you think I'm doing, Captain? Taking piano lessons? This thing's choked up like a widow.
2 years, this engine never conked out once. Right now, when we... Come on, give a man a break, will you?
In my humble opinion, somebody did give you a break right in there.
What do you mean?
There's something wrong with the distributor. The spark's retarded. If we can turn her over, she'll heat up like a volcano and blow up.
You mean you think somebody sabotaged this? I'll take care of that later. She may blow up, but right now she's going to work.
I ain't responsible.
Now, what is it? It ain't oil. Goodbye piston rings, Captain. That's molasses. I don't care if it's fish glue. We're getting underway. Well, wait a minute. You're going to louse up my engine. Someone decided you ought to stay home, Captain. Well, I'm not. I never run on molasses before, but there's a first time for everything. Okay, I'm waiting.
Cast off. Cast off those lines. yelling, Captain. This engine belongs in a morgue, not a boat.
Turn that engine, you blockhead! Then get an ice pick. It's frozen like the Arctic, Captain.
What do you suppose they're doing now, Donahue?
Don't you do it.
Don't you do it.
Look, I've had trouble with you before.
Wait a minute. If y'all fighting about that little old engine, well,
Well, what?
I pulled some molasses in the Isabel engine.
Molasses?
Because the sure way to win a bit is to insure it.
Billy, I had a... Don't be too hard on the lad, Captain. Because I did something just as bad.
What are you talking about?
Well, I jimmied the distributor on the Terra Land last night. Because I didn't want this old lobster crowing over me if he won.
I collect you! You are correct!
Wait a minute, John. Let me out.
Well, that's that. Here they come. Let's give it to them. They deserve it. Cord, John.
Donahue. Morgan. Morgan. Donahue. I'm sorry, Zach, but something went wrong with the engine. Sid and I tried, but it was just one of those things you can't explain.
You have no idea of the cause?
No, I guess I should have checked it better.
Same thing happened to me. Pistons froze up in midstream. The oil line's all fouled.
Well, both mishaps are a strange coincidence, but we let that go for the moment, eh, Morgan? Coincidence is an overstatement. Maybe, Zach, but strange things happen between men and boats. When John phoned me that he couldn't make the Southern Moon, I sent out another tug. After your call, I did the same thing. They both reached her at the same time. So the Asiatic company called to say that they would split the contract between the two companies. I'm satisfied. See you later, John.
All right,
Goes
Zach.
for me, too. Goodbye, Dan.
You're a pretty good liar.
So are you.
Yeah, but you've had more experience.
What do you mean?
Go ahead. Tell me you didn't put Billy up to that dirty trick.
I suppose Leo Smith doesn't take orders from you.
Poor bells. I'm hungry.
So am I. May's got thick steaks.
And some of that lemon pie?
Sure, lemon pie.
Well, how can I eat a thick steak with this broken tooth?
If I can, you can.
Okay.
Let's go. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and that you'll be with us next week for another episode of Waterfront.